Satan has been using this trick your entire life. And this trick has stopped you from accessing abundance in whether it's finances, health, or relationships. In fact, he's been using the same trick since the dawn of humanity. In this video, I'm going to show you how to overcome Satan's oldest trick so you can unlock abundance, prosperity that God has designed you to get. Now, so first we're going to go to the board and I'm going to draw you, me, and everyone on the planet. This represents us. And so the human body, we have two minds, the conscious and the subconscious mind. So conscious, subconscious mind, right? And so what is the conscious and subconscious mind? The conscious mind are thoughts you think every day that you're aware of when you're awake. What I'm going to eat, what I'm going to wear. Do I get gas? Do I want to go to work? Just thoughts that you are conscious about. Now, the subconscious are automatic thoughts you are not really aware of. The subconscious thoughts and systems are automatic. Like, for example, when you're asleep, do you think of, oh, I need to breathe while I'm sleeping, or I need to beat my heart while I'm sleeping? No, they're automatic. Your subconscious mind and system takes care of that, right? And so automatic and is the subconscious, and the conscious are things that you can, well, they could come from multiple places. From yourself, you can think them, you can get ideas from others, and you can get ideas from God and Satan. And so this is the areas we're focusing on today. So we're focusing from thoughts from God, and thoughts from Satan. Right? And so these thoughts are from God and Satan. They are fighting for battleground in our mind. So thoughts from God is abundance. Thoughts from Satan is lack. God, he gives us thoughts of abundance, of prosperity, of destiny, while Satan gives us thoughts of lack, of poverty, of despair, of anxiety, of worry. And so have you ever seen the cartoon where they have the Satan or the devil on the left shoulder and God or the angel on the right shoulder? And there's a constant battle for space dominion in your mind. And so this battle is the conscious mind battle for space in your mind. And so it's very important because whoever wins this battle wins your conscious mind. And I'm going to transition why this is important for the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind, all these thoughts drip into the conscious thoughts drips into the subconscious thoughts. And the subconscious is where your Your beliefs are, your past experiences are, and your trauma. This is where the subconscious mind, or where your beliefs, your past experiences, and your trauma resides. So why is this important? Because Satan's trick is, if he knows he can infiltrate your conscious mind, your thoughts of, am I good enough? Can I do this? He knows if you think that long enough, it will drip into your subconscious mind and start affecting your beliefs, start changing how you perceive past experiences and your trauma. And this is his favorite trick, because the subconscious mind is automatic, as I said. So just think about it. It's automatic. And so the mind's job is to protect the body. The brain, the mind, it cannot feel pain. There's no pain receptors on the brain. The brain, the mind interprets pain. So if you hurt your arm, a signal gets shot up to your mind and your brain says, "Oh, I'm hurt." And so when that happens, your brain said, "Oh, I need to avoid that." The same is true with thoughts, right? And so now that the subconscious mind, you have your beliefs, your past experiences, your trauma resides. Whoever wins this battle of the conscious mind, it drifts in the subconscious mind. And Satan knows that if he can get you to focus on lack, if he could get you to focus on poverty and despair, it will affect your beliefs, past experience, and trauma. And if you're writing notes, take this down. Your subconscious mind impacts your decision making, right? And so without you consciously aware of it. And this, if you're consciously aware of it. So Satan knows if you could get the automatic processes, his job is 10,000 times harder, because he doesn't have to do any more work. He knows that if he gets the automatic, he can get your decision making and doing, and that puts you further away from what God intended you to be. So, how do we fight against these tactics of the control of the mind? Well, if I have room here, first we have to identify and challenge negative beliefs and thoughts. We have to challenge and identify and challenge negative beliefs and thoughts, right? So if it's not abundance, if it's not prosperity, and it's lack, it's anxiety, it's depression, we have to identify those thoughts and challenge them. What has God told me about myself, right? Your situation may not look like it. So these thoughts of lack seems true, right? But we have to understand that when God makes a promise about our life, you could count it as done. But many of the times, our situation look like lack. So we start to believe Satan and it infiltrates our conscious mind and goes into the subconscious mind. Now, many of you watching are probably thinking, why are you talking about God and Satan, right? Well, the spiritual world is more real than the physical world. And many people don't believe that. But if you're watching this, you are on Wi-Fi right now, right? You believe in Wi-Fi. Can you see it? Can you taste it? Can you smell it? No, but it's there. It was discovered. And we haven't yet to discovered things of the invisible yet scientifically. And Nikola Tesla said, we won't understand the physical until we can understand the invisible. And so we have to start to look at life at a different lens and understand that our thoughts are doesn't come from just us. They come from things outside of ourselves. And the second point, after you challenge, okay, well, let's go back to the challenge. So how do you challenge the thoughts, the conscious thoughts? And so there's different tactics you can use to challenge these thoughts. You know what God said about you, right? But also, Jesus in the wilderness, he fought off the devil and his thoughts and tactics by praying, using scripture and fasting. And so you have to use these tactics as well in your life to overcome Satan's oldest trick. And so once you start using these tactics, you move into the second thing, which is to reprogram. So you have to reprogram both your conscious and subconscious mind. And how do you do that? You do by doing the first step. The first step is to identify and challenge. And so when you keep identifying and challenge it, your brain starts to reprogram itself. If you're used to just accepting what Satan said about you in your conscious mind, it drifts into your subconscious mind, then it's in your beliefs and everything. And so we have to reprogram. And this is hard. And if you're taking notes, I want you to write this down. So when you reprogram, this is the hardest part, especially if Satan already has your beliefs and has gave you a negative outlook on your past experiences and trauma. And so when you reprogram, it's and you start to identify and challenge those thoughts on what God said about you, there's going to be resistance. It's going to be tough, right? I said earlier, the mind is designed to prevent the body and the mind from pain. Now, for example, when you're lifting weights, your mind will often give out before your body does. And that is the mind's mechanism to protect itself, right? For overexertion. The same is with your thoughts. If your beliefs, if your past experiences, Satan has those. And when you give thoughts of abundance that God said, your brain will attack it like it's a foreign enemy, right? If they're like, for example, when an organ transplant happens and they put it in a new host, it has to have the same blood type. If it doesn't, the body will attack it like a foreign invader and end up killing the organ that is meant to save the person, right? You can have thoughts of abundance and prosperity and it's there to help you, but your old belief systems, your trauma will fight it, trying to kill it, thinking it's helping the body, but is actually destroying you. And this is the last step, which is 3. If you can see this, is to take action. If you're, I forgot the E on there. So, if you're, the last step is to take action. If your mind and thoughts do not align with your doing, your subconscious mind will not believe it, right? You can't just talk of abundance and prosperity and faith and start to believe it, but your actions contradict it. Your subconscious mind will not believe what you're saying. Your words have to align with your actions. And so once you start to identify, challenge those negative beliefs through scripture, through prayer, through affirmations, through other things, and reprogram them and take action, you will start to see those tactics not work anymore. And this is very important. It's a cycle. It's hard. It's tough, right? Many people will not do it. But those who are on the journey and those who are hungry enough to unlock abundance in their life, they will be willing to sacrifice the altar of today for a greater cause. So this is the 3 steps to overcome Satan's oldest trick. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.